Hey folks, Justin here. I've been having a lot of success with Redoran Conscription today. I decided it was time to start laddering after playing Arena all season and going to QuakeCon. But yeah, you can see we have been on a bit of a tear. So I'm going to hop on the ladder with the list that I've been playing and hopefully kick some ass reflective of the success I've had recently. Now, as happens sometimes with these things, I will have a great run with something off camera and then record with it and I suck. But I'm optimistic that that's not going to be the case because I think I've kind of gotten the hang of this deck. So we're playing against Denalfan, the assassin. Let's see what happens here. Kind of want the ring. We don't have it. Let's rock and roll. Our opponent's a war hero. I like Grizzly Gourmet and Crushing Blow. Not a huge fan of drawing Dark Harvester there. Right, let's see if one of these cards is a Goblin Skulk. We can answer it after they play one. We have a Stormcloak Vanguard. Opponent kept their whole hand, if I'm not mistaken, which is a little frightening. No play. Let's just get in there with the Stormcloak Vanguard. Seems like most of the assassin creatures that are going to come down on with 3 Magicka aren't going to get hit with Grizzly Gourmet. I stand corrected. My opponent did not play a turn 1 Skulk for some reason.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Okay. You got it. Now they can't equip the Sweet Roll with a dagger if they so choose. But we do have a lot of Grizzly Gourmet value here.
Do your work.
Rock and roll. What do we got? So in the early game, if it's a deck that's more aggressive than you, you play reactively, play for the board. Sure, we got a Harpy. That looks like the kind of game we are playing right now. There's going to be a dagger on the Sweet Roll. Sure thing. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Do I want to gain the life? Yeah, I think I do. We are the reactive deck right now. I think that's pretty clear. My opponent is running Crown Quartermaster, so let's play responsibly. Let's see what happens here. We have a Firebolt, absolutely. We have a Sanctuary Pet. Okay. And opponent is thinking about breaking the rune. I kind of want him to. Alright, we have another 5th Legion Trainer, which is perfect. Because then we can Crushing Blow this guy. Poke our opponent for 1. And even though our hand is kind of garbage, I think we're in a pretty strong position right now, given how huge our late game can be.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Sure. I'll trade one of these guys in. Yep. Ooh, 5. Giant Snag. Holy crap, this is Shackle Assassin. Alright, Barrowstalker, Grizzly Gourmet. Barrowstalker actually doesn't look awesome here. Redoran Forerunner, Grizzly Gourmet looks better. Just looks better.
I know a shortcut.
And that is a lot of power there on that Forerunner. Now my opponent can make some trades here. That's cool. We have Dark Harvester coming up, and of course we have Conscription in the deck, so we go late. We have Journey in the deck for that matter. Okay, absolutely. Gonna clean up what's going on here. Yep.
Do your work.
Yep.
Of course I'm on yours.
Mournhold Trader. Okay. I could just Javelin it.
You can't defeat me.
I think I'm into saving Javelin. Just playing like this.
I smell the stench of the
This kind of locks down the Shadow Lane. I have access to single target removal. My opponent's on 1 card a turn. This trade doesn't work out for my opponent very well. If they break a rune, I get more cards. Absolutely. There's an Edict. Perfect. Gloom Lurker. Alright, that's fair. Conscription. So we're just playing that now. All right, so let's swing face. Let's gain some life. Then let's play Dank Harvester because it trades so well here. Keep our removal. Poke our opponent. And just count down to conscription. I got a pizza baking upstairs. I'm going to try to get 2 games in during this pizza. 9. Tazcad. Alright. Fair enough. Just Javelin Tazcad. Or I could Fell the Mighty. I'm going to Fell the Mighty and Javelin. So the real punish here is if my opponent is playing Supreme Atromancer. Hey, we still got removal. Gloomlurker. If this card costs... Yeah, so that's actually... I can't target it with actions, so good for him, but you don't actually have to play it like that. That is super frustrating. I'm going to Conscription, though, and that should be pretty good times. Yeah, that was a sad sequence of events there for me.
You bet on the wrong side.
Does my opponent have a Supreme Atromancer? It doesn't look like the kind of deck that can afford to run it. There's a Tazcad. Might have Ancano. Ancano could put me to dead in 2 turns. So I kind of got to hope, actually, I gain some life with my Conscription. And having not played any of my Divine Fervors or Praetorian Commanders, it's going to be a pretty weak Conscription. But it looks like my opponent's got nothing going on. So I'm going to swing. I'm going to Conscription. Okay, that hitting first is huge. That's a lot of life gain. And this will trade now. This is a real good deck. Good times, good times. Back up to 25. Pretty impressive board. I don't think Ice Storm's in my opponent's deck.
The day is yours.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll be right back for another one. Alright, let's rock and roll a second game with the very appropriately named Corey Millhouse Redoran. This is a Conscription deck. This is a Praetorian Commander deck. It's a deck I did not have a lot of success with when I first played it, like the first week of the month. But I put in some hours today. Put in an hour, I guess. Maybe an hour and a half. Learned how to play it. Went on an insane win streak. And hopefully it continues into this game against Alucard Troll on Tribunal. Tribunal is a class that's seen more popularity recently with Uprising lists. Again, no ring. Yeah, we will keep Barrow Stalker. Not because I'm really concerned about gaining life, but just because it's a 2-drop. And we want to, I think in this matchup, we just want to put some early pressure on our opponent and build to a massive Conscription. We might have time to hit our... this, by the way, playing that first and this second gives us game against Daggerfall Mage. We might have time to play multiple Praetorian Commanders against a slower deck. Okay. Yeah, I will 2 for 1 myself. So this is not the deck we probably thought it was. Haunting Spirit in Tribunal. So this is Tribunal mid-range. I've seen this a few times. Yeah, not a huge fan. So Stormcloak Battalion's on curve. And Praetorian Commander coming up's great. Praetorian Commander's a little less exciting when your opponent's running a Haunting Spirit deck. We got Javelin for whatever. Got Cradle Crush Giant. I've got an opponent 2 for 1ing themselves. Seems good to me. Here I think it's Bruma Indoril. I'm going to take the Crusader's Assault because I have the Javelin. Throw away the Fell the Mighty. I'm kind of telegraphing that I have removal. I think that's okay.
We'll have to settle this.
Ghostgate Defenders. This is an opportunity to play Crusader's Assault for some value. Or play Praetorian Commander. I'm going to play Praetorian Commander because this survives combat here. And if I can draw creatures that have been beefed up with a Praetorian Commander, that's just additional value. So I think that's That's what I'm going to go for here. I wonder if my opponent's playing a conscription deck. I mean, the Ghostgate Defender. So Iron's coming back for no value. That swings there. I mean, no value right now, I guess. There is ultimately going to be some value. So, I got a couple options. I can Cradle Crush, swing. That's no Crusader's Assault value, but it gets Iron off the board. I can get one card off of my Crusader's Assault if I swing into that. That's probably the responsible move. On the other hand, we're at a bunch of life. Let's just gain a bunch of life. Or draw a bunch of cards. Orc Clan Captain beefed up. Ash Berserker beefed up. Dies to Lightning Bolt. And then let's play an Indral Mastermind. We got to take the journey just in case something goes disastrously wrong. Okay, so this might get lightning bolted. We have thrown away some premium removal. Cast into Time, Fell the Mighty. Need to be aware of that. Journey to Sovngarde is actually not a card I played it once today. I gotta take that back out of like 10 games. What do we have? We have 5 creatures in our discard pile. 1, 2, 3 of which might get pulled by a journey. That's something to keep in mind. I'm thinking this one through. I'm obviously not concerned about being aggressive, despite the presence of a lot of aggressive cards in my deck. The Haunting Spirit really kind of turned me away from that. I am concerned about a conscription from my opponent. Unlike, say, Telvanni Conscription, we don't respond to opposing conscriptions very well. We kind of use conscription to end the game in a couple turns. And I get the feeling my opponent's running Ice Storm, even though they're running Haunting Spirit too. Okay, Sorcerer's Negation, face. Dark Guardian.
They'll move along if they don't.
Riften Lawkeeper. Okay. One of those cards is a Lightning Bolt. Let's just get some of this stuff off the table.
I know a shortcut.
Just put some damage on my opponent's stuff. They'd have a great Ice Storm here, but I think that's okay. Riften Lawkeeper. That is an interesting one to see. See a lot of it in Arena. I've been playing a lot of Arena lately. I've seen a lot of Riften Lawkeeper. Where I'm kind of... It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad card, but I'm not super enthusiastic about it. I'm interested in its inclusion here. Okay. Cast those at a time. No, we're not giving my opponent any extra resources. If they give us more resources here, I think we are doing pretty well. There's the Lightning Bolt. Okay, so Stormcloak Vanguard's a great draw. But I'm kind of into... Now that we know that card's gone, I just want to develop this, draw more cards, drown my opponent in card advantage here. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. There are 10 creatures in our discard pile, 55 cards in our deck. Opponent still has 3 cards. Oh no. Manticora? Okay. Is this Singleton? Alright,
There's a plan. There's a whole case plan. This will be mine.
I'll clear a path.
tied up 30 all. What do I need to be playing around?
The longer the odds.
Dragon Tail Savior in the same deck as Manticora, okay. Kind of want to take 10 here, honestly. I don't think I will. Maybe playing Bruma was a mistake. The Redoran Forerunner doing a great job holding that lane down. What are we looking to draw? So if we draw a Odinair Necromancer, it can bring back our Praetorian Commander. It's pretty cool. How do I want to make trades over here?
The waters of life.
Tree Minder. Oh, so this has to be a conscription deck, right? Alright, there's another Ash Berserker.
I'll clear a path.
Confound you! Be obeyed. You won't foil my plan.
And there's a Necromancer. I like that a lot. 13 creatures in the discard pile. Mummify. Card disadvantage for our opponent there. And Blood Magic Lord. Okay. So yeah, let's just Javelin this. Let's play a Necromancer. Bring back a Praetorian Commander.
Soldiers, form up.
An investment in our future. So all the creatures in my deck now have +2/+2. We're slowly getting there. What do I want my opponent to have? Corpse Curse or Drain Life, I guess. Although Gargoyle wouldn't be you know, an abysmal thing for us to have happen either. We could take care of it in both lanes. I like this. I like that we're playing Redoran and we are running our Tribunal opponent out of cards. Only 13 creatures. If I don't have anything to do next turn, I might just play like a value Journey. Alternatively, if I draw Conscription next turn, I think I will also play Journey. What am I worried about? I don't have an answer to Parthenax, Manticore, Parthenax, Odaving. So there's a Necromancer bringing back, what, Dark Guardian maybe? Tree Minder? I don't know what Tree Minder would do for you. Probably Dark Guardian. So far, could be Singleton. Could be Singleton. Never is, but it could be. Cast in the Time. Well, that's good. We'll save that. I'm just going to... I don't have 13 Magicka. I can't play Journey. I'm like really into playing Journey here. But the right play is...
Don't let 'em break our lines.
I think it has to be this.
Training is over. It's time to act.
We have a Cast in the Time. We have a bunch of pressure on the board. Our opponent now has more resources. We gave him that. Kind of decided on a let's win over the course of a couple turns plan. Little risky. But this is a powerful deck. Edict, sure. Devour. This is totally a Singleton deck. Young Mammoth. Okay. Yeah, I think I just played Journey. And have fun.
Don't let 'em break our lines. You can't
Alright.
beat me.
So we put a fair amount of creatures in the deck. All we have are 2 answers. My opponent only has 1 card on board and 2 cards in hand. Yeah. This is not how the deck's meant to be played, but I'm entertained. I'll pass. I did make it considerably less likely that I draw a Conscription, so there's that. Oh, fuck. Alright, well I can't Edict that, fortunately. Alright, Merchant's Camels, some pretty good value. Necromancer. Doesn't bring back anything. On the other hand, we have an 8/7 Bruma Profiteer. I think long term, I still want the Necromancer. It's unfortunate, though. Alright, yeah, we'll just pass. If he kills my camel, you know, I can bring it back. I actually really hope Alucard Troll kills my camel. We do have cast in time for Parthenax, so he'll get 3 shouts and nothing else. This is the card for my deck. This one right here. This is Singleton, right? It never is, but it might be. Good times, good times. We are going to be doing something a little bit different here. On Friday, I'm going to be recording. Sandra and I are going to be interviewing people who did time in prison and making a video. It's going to be a few days before we get that edited and released and stuff. But I'm really excited to do something like that, something a little different. We are leading a group at a summit. We're having this conference called the Freedom Conference. And Second Chance Center, where I work, is putting it on Friday. And Sandra and I are running a panel where we're talking about ways to creatively express yourself with an emphasis on YouTube. During that process, we're going to make a video. I'm just going to swing. I have no idea what else I should be doing.
Soldiers, form up.
I'm not going to play a no-value Ordinary Necromancer, though. But I do like that we hit the 3rd Praetorian Commander. So now, there are creatures in our deck that have +6/+6. Yeah, that's pretty legit. But yeah, so that video will be coming out sometime in the nearish future. I can smell my pizza. I'm ready. Ready for pizza. Dawn's Wrath. Sure. I got something to bring back with Necromancer. My camels! Our opponent's still in this. Still in this. I mean, still technically in this. Alright, so I'm going to bring back Odinern. I'm going to bring back Praetorian Commander.
Soldiers, form up.
Then I'm going to play an 8/7 Barrow Stalker. It's got the Discipline of the Legion. It's been to Sovereign Garden back. And now there are creatures in my deck with +7/+7. Creatures in my deck with +5/+5. That's not good.
Perhaps we can help one another.
Still a Singleton deck, though, right? There's an Edict, so...
Don't let them break our lines.
Behold my power.
Now, I actually have to kill this. Because if it gets unshackled, I really do not need my opponent swinging for 8 with Drain. But if this is Singleton... Wait. Oh my god, they've played 2 casts at a time? They got one of those from me. From the Orb. Okay. I'm paying attention, I swear. Okay. Bone Colossus it is. 48 cards, 57 cards. Mechanical Heart. Holy crap. Holy crap. Wow.
Behold my power.
I'm back up to 10. I'm going to pass because I need to take some damage here. I want to hit the world's most epic conscription.
So many purses.
Thieves Guild Shadowfoot. Alright, man. Let's do it. Give me those juicy cards. It's so tempting, isn't it? You have 11 damage over there. I might lose this game. Mechanical Heart.
Try this on for size.
Rothgar Artisan. Okay. Sure. Counterfeit Trinket. Galen. Yeah. 10-10 Praetorian Commander.
Shortcut.
You stole an 8-8 Redoran Forerunner from me. Well, now I'm pissed.
By the age, a fine battle.
Wow. That was the most bullshit game I've ever played. Alright, we are back for a third game. It was only going to be 2 games, but that last game has, I'm not going to lie, uninstalled Legends. I destroyed my computer. And I felt really bad about it, so I went and I bought a new computer and reinstalled Legends. And I also, dusted all my cards. But I wanted to finish on a high note. I mean, you see, oh, God. Alright. No ring. We're playing against Redoran. God, that hurts. That last game hurts so bad. I guess we could have played less recklessly. Alright, so 5th Legion Trainer or Windkeep Spellsword into Treeminder is pretty good.
Lock to your house.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Okay. Yeah, Windkeep Spellsword will trade over the course of 2 turns. Does mean no buff on our Treeminder.
Beat me.
The waters of life.
Oh, great, we have the mirror match. Okay. Well, let's get to work. So, the better play back then would have been 5th Legion Trainer. Wow. Well, we do get a cast into time the Ash Berserkers, which is kind of a big deal. There are 68 cards. We wanted to go down to 66. It did. Okay. Indro Mastermind. So who's going to hit the most commanders and who's going to hit the journey? Or, I'm sorry, not the journey. The big deal first. Yeah. Well, if I find a conscription, we can hit that pretty quickly. Oh, that last game. I'm so on tilt now. Ah. Do 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 do. So, we are ramping well. My opponent's going to get some free rallies. It's not ideal. Really don't want them to hit a commander.
Let's heat things up.
Okay, so it's not an exact mirror because my opponent's running Skaven Pyromancer. Or Clan Captain after he swings, sure. Redoran Forerunner is a great draw. What's in my discard pile? Nothing? So, we're going to take Ash Berserker.
Training is over. It's time
I know
to
a
act.
shortcut.
Alright, so hopefully our 5th Legion Trainer survives, and we get to develop our Ash Berserker for some more cards. I'm not super keen on losing the Necromancer, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. If we get 1 card off of the Berserker, should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Maybe my opponent's not on the deck I think they are, but I'm definitely not running any Skaven Pyromancers.
I'll kill you where
Sure.
you stand. Come at me.
Okay. Alright, I lose that. That's a bummer. That's a great draw, though. Grizzly a Gourmet the draw. Conscription would be awesome. These are probably getting destroyed. There's the casting of time.
I'll kill you where you
Opponent swings. Opponent plays Windkeep Spell Sword. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass because I would love to take 4 damage.
We stand united.
Okay,
Found you. I'll kill you where
Sure.
you stand.
okay. Alright, Merchant's Camel.
I will prepare something special for them.
Crusaders Assault. So we're going deep into the deck. Way deeper than our opponent. They have 58 cards left. We have 50. We got some good stuff in hand.
I'll kill you
More
where
stuff
you
than our
stand.
opponent, which is kind of the key.
Found you.
Face. Nothing. And no conscription. Necromancer. Alright, let's draw some cards. There's a conscription. There's a Barrow Stalker. It's Mastermind.
We can't anticipate.
Let's Mastermind.
They've no move we can't anticipate.
I smell the stench
Okay.
of the living.
Looking pretty solid.
Found you.
Yep.
My Arcane's beard. This
Windkeep
stake will be
Spell
mine.
Sword. And we can't just assume my opponent's not going to have a Necromancer, or I'm sorry, not going to have a Conscription for much longer.
So predictable.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
I don't think I want a Conscription anything. I'm sorry, Necromancer anything. Maybe I just try to pressure with what I have. Yeah, let's play the Necromancer.
My servant.
Let's bring back the Necromancer.
Rise, my servant.
And let's bring back the Camel. Take a Crusader's Assault. So we have a pretty impressive board. And we have Conscription if something goes disastrously wrong. I think we survive an enemy Conscription. Sure. Cast into time on my Necromancer. Fell the Mighty. 8, 16,
I
22,
smell
so
the
we don't have
stench
lethal.
of the living.
Okay, draw more cards. Praetorian Commander. Or Clan Captain.
Soldiers, form up.
So predictable.
We stand.
We're just going to do what we can here.
Behold my power.
It looks good. It looks good. We have 3 whopping reach in our hand. I'm not worried about an enemy conscription. I think we just won. Cradle Crush, yeah. Necromancer into Guard
Let's heat things up.
into Skaven. Oh, that's pretty cute.
My fight is done.
Alright, good game. So yeah. I think this deck's awesome. Highly recommend it. I think it's awesome. I think you'd easily take this to Legend. So see you on the ladder.